Shit. Good morning, you badass motherfuckers. Shit. It's the All on Me, the morning drinking show, motherfuckers. I'm your host, Greg. We've been getting on here since January 1st, man, starting a fucking conversation about life. Challenging myself to be on here every fucking day, making zero excuses to get on, share a little bit about my life, share a little bit about the perspective that I have. Today was almost that day, right? I was just sitting there saying, what the fuck am I going to talk about? What do I got to talk about today? But honestly, I should be just saying that. I mean, that's every day, right? What the fuck is there to talk about? Other than life, right? That is the thing. I seen a meme this morning, or I saw something inspirational this morning where it says the final process of healing, right? The final process of healing is when you take what you have learned and you share it with others. Oh shit, that's a flex. That's a motherfucking flex, because that's what we've been doing on here, right? Posting up fucking mugshots, 10 years of sobriety, 10 years of transformation. And it's like I get on here January 1st, right? And little did I know that by April 19th, 2022, right? Just little less than 4 months into the future, that my life will be totally fucking transformed again. Again, just for getting on this motherfucker, man. Right? And it's what's not just getting on this, it's doing the work. And who's the work for? It's all on you, motherfuckers. It's all about you. Right? We got a lot of people, man, that struggle with putting in work for themselves, right? Self-sacrificial. You know what I'm doing. Everything I do is for my kids. Everything I do is for my spouse. Everything I do is for my family, right? And it's like, that shit sounds good as fuck. Wow, really? You do everything for your kids? It's all about you being a parent and your kids. That's so awesome. Yay. What the fuck does that mean though? Are your kids like, wow, my mommy, my daddy, they do everything for me? Like, how does it sound when they say it? Hey, you guys, did you know that everything my mommy and daddy does is for me? Like, when they say it, does it sound as cool, as sweet? Is it truly authentic when you say everything you do is for your kids, right? Because when they say it, hey, everything my mommy and daddy does is for me. It sounds way fucking different, man. And it should. It should sound different. You can say that your children are a priority in your life, right? That's good. Like they should be. If you're a parent, whether you're a single parent, divorced parent, fucking co-parenting, right? Happily married parents, parenting, miserably married parenting. Parenting should be a priority, but it shouldn't be everything. Not everything you do should be to advance your children's life, because almost when you start saying, well, my whole life's purpose is to help my kids have a better life, like that shit sounds good too. But are you at the best version of your life, right? Because at the end of the day, them kids watch you. They watch every little fucking thing you do. They see the things you do. They feel the things you do. They probably even know them secret fucking things that you're doing that you think they don't know. How many of you know? How many of you think that, man, my kids, I know I got this secret thing I do, and I hope they don't see me or know I do it, but they probably know. They probably know. Energetically, especially living in close proximity of a home, they probably know what the fuck you're up to when you're up to it. But you also show them the value of health, nutrition, right? You show them the value of finances, right? The value of money, right? What does money mean when it comes to paying bills, right? Do we have negative attitudes when it comes to having to pay certain bills, pay taxes, pay for the groceries, pay for the power, the heating bill, right? Paying the car payment, the insurance, or do they hear negative comments about every fucking thing that's got to get paid? And then when it comes to holidays, right? Easter, right? Did they learn about the risen Christ, Jesus, right? The love of the Lord, right? Living life to the fullest? Or did they learn about hunting for Easter eggs, getting drunk, right? Breaking your whatever, right? A lot of you guys that are spiritual, you know, you put stuff out there for Lent, right? And then it's like, here comes Easter. It's time to fucking get twisted, start drinking up, eating unhealthy, right? How do they learn about relationships with you, right? Do you get into squabbles all the time with your spouse, always fighting, always bickering, right? How about family dynamics, right? Do you talk a lot of shit about your family behind your back? So when you say, hey, oh, my life, it's all for my children, there's probably some truth in that, but it may not be the truth you want it to be, right? That may not be the truth that you're thinking it is, right? When you say, oh, I do it, everything I do is for my children, right? It sounds beautiful. It's we've all heard it. We know those people. You're probably one of them. But in reality, right, do you realize that the real lessons that you're teaching them are usually the negative, bad shit, man? It's the habitual shit you do that you don't even see yourself doing it. You call every other motherfucker out on the shit they do, the deficiencies, right? You're very critical of people, and it's like you don't even see yourself doing it, right? Do you show them that, you know, it's okay to be miserable in your workplace, in your job, to be overweight, to be nasty, to have a fucking messy house, right? Like in terms of cleaning and cooking, are you teaching them how to cook healthy food where you're actually putting in nutritional values, right? Like fresh fruits, fresh vegetables, whole foods, not just fucking dumping shit in the fucking microwave, dumping shit in the oven out of the fucking frozen food department, right? Or are you actually teaching them about nutrition and health? Because see, the thing is, you know, we're all teachers here, right? We have the first thing that we need to teach is ourselves. We got to teach ourselves some new fucking tricks, right? Because that old mantra, you don't teach an old dog new tricks. You're right. If the old dog don't want to learn no new tricks, but you get to be the decision of that, right? And it starts with what story are you telling yourself about your life, about money, finances, relationships, health, nutrition, exercise, aging, right? What do you think about aging? Is there like, if you're over 30, if you're 40, right? Is it done? Is that life? Is that a wrap? Right? Is it truly just about raising them kids, right? Being miserable in the relationship, maybe going on a vacation once every year or other year, depending on COVID or the cost of everything. What is it? What are you doing right now in 2022 to grow and expand yourself as a human being? Right? Because everything you truly do is for you, right? And then it depends on your own story of generosity, of abundance, of unconditional love, right? As to how you actually share the energy, right? The vitality, the vision, the resources that you have. Most people I know, right? They'll they will there's a lot of people that will sacrifice themselves, right, for someone else in the name of love or in the name of money, right? You'll give up yourself for a job, right, for a little bit of money. You know, we were talking here the other day about people that commute, right? And prior to this, the motel project, right, I was in my first job since living in Southern California. So prior to this shit, 2012. So 2008, 9, really all the way back to like fucking 97, right? Commuting in Southern California, right? Orange County, San Diego. Fuck, man. The commute, man. That when I moved back to New Mexico, I told myself, man, I ain't ever going to commute out in New Mexico. Hell no, man. What's the point? The quality of life is greatly reduced when you are commuting, right? Is there any commuters that watch this shit? You commute more than like 30 minutes, an hour plus, you know, and I even have a worker here that's commuting, and it's like, dang, man, I know I know it drains a person, because I did it recently, right? The job prior to the motel project was commuting. It was about 40, 50-minute drive one way, and it was like 2 hours. And again, I'm always someone that you do the math, you break it down. That's 2 hours a day. Most times we work 5 days a week. That's 10 hours a week, 40 hours a month. So that's a whole nother week of full-time employment, right? Spent what? Commuting, driving. How do you use that time, right? Most of us, we don't use it to the benefit. We're jamming our music, da 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 da. At least for me, honestly, I really kind of started this process, the vlog, right? Doing my own private video blog. When I was driving out to work, I would just give myself a fucking pep talk, man, and start talking to myself, holding myself accountable, because it really was a time when I was focusing and putting vision forth and really speaking goals and dreams into existence in my own personal life. But most people aren't like that. Listening to an audible book, right? Listening to something that's really going to expand your mind, help you to grow so you can really resonate with it. And so I did like the commute in that regards. But where it totally messed me up was even as a parent, I had less time with my kids. I was leaving for work at 6 o'clock in the morning and coming home after 6 o'clock at night, man, almost 7 o'clock at night, man. That's like 12 hours a day gone from home. Where are you going to connect with yourself, your kids, anything, right? Just for what? The job. And so I was doing the math in my head, thinking about someone that's like commuting an hour and a half one way, right? For $80,000. You have to take your total number 80,000 and realize that if you're commuting at least 2 hours a day, that's a whole full-time week, right? 40-hour week that you're spending driving to that job. Well, that is time that is, you're losing that money. So you take your 80 grand and you basically subtract $20,000, because it's a quarter of your pay that you're spending driving, right? On top of just the maintenance and the wear and tear on your vehicle, cost of gas right now. Fuck, I couldn't imagine it. I couldn't imagine how expensive it is to commute, to go what? Punch a fucking clock? There's got to be a different option, right? But at the end of the day, why are you doing that? Why do we do any fucking thing in life? What is it? What draws us to do stuff? Especially stuff that there's things that we do that we know are good for us, but they're hard. They're a mental challenge. They're a physical challenge. They're an emotional challenge, but we know they're good for us, right? Exercising in any shape or form, right? We know it's good for us, but a lot of times we just don't have a motivation. We don't have a motivation. We don't have the incentive. We don't have the drive, the hunger to get off our asses and go and fucking put our body in motion. Go put in the sweat, feel the heart rate increase, and really just get the natural endorphins going and feeling fucking great about ourselves. But it sucks when you feel like shit, when your body looks like shit, you're overweight, you're carrying around all this extra weight. It's hard to get a body in motion when it's out of shape, man. It's hard, but it's not impossible. It's just hard. And again, so many people in this day and age, they don't want to embrace difficulty. Right? We're afraid of difficulty. We all want the easy street. We all want the easy road. And then we know that there's things that are bad for us. See, We know there's good things for us that are hard, but we know there's bad things for us that bring us pleasure and they're easy, right? Cracking some drinks at the end of the night, getting high, popping some pills, promiscuous fucking relationships, stepping out of relationships. We know these things are bad, but they sure do feel good in the moment, and we go and chase after that shit, right? But at the end of the day, if you want to change up anything in your life, you have the power to do that. And it encourages me, like, I don't know if it's maybe just the seasonal change, but I do see more and more and more and more people, because I do believe positive things are contagious, just like negative behaviors. I have seen that throughout my life, that when you're in an environment where people are motivated, are inspired, keep showing up, whether they want to or not, right? Like yesterday, I probably didn't want to go to the gym yesterday, right? I could have blown that shit off, man. I got all kinds of stuff going on. My son's under the weather right now. I'm working on remodeling my kitchen. I'm doing a lot of things. I got my partners coming into town today, and it's just going to be a challenging week. And for some reason, I wanted to check out from going to the gym. But guess what? I show the fuck up, and I feel great. And I'm around people that probably wanted to not show the fuck up, but they did. And when we leave the place, we feel better. But oftentimes, right, when we're in that mindset of complacency, of not having enough self-confidence, and it really comes down to the story we tell ourselves, right? The thoughts that we have, are we positive minded or are we negative minded, right? When you think about eating healthy, is it like, fucking diets, man, I hate diets, right? Well, that's why you got to change from a diet mindset. You have to learn how to eat a healthier level of nutrition. Look at what you like to eat. See, the way that I changed into plant-based, right, whole food, vegan nutrition, was I was able to, I had a good mentor, a coach that was able to kind of show me and break down a lot of stereotypes. There's a lot of fucking stereotypes around food, what we think is healthy, what we think is good for us. But what I was able to do is look at what I usually like to eat, and then just look at, like, if I love tacos, right? Today's Taco fucking Tuesday, right? Who doesn't love tacos? So I could look at eating tacos and just say, how do I make healthy fucking tacos, legitimately healthy tacos? Get rid of the oil, get rid of the processed bullshit, right? And it was easy. I could use the same seasonings and spices, very low calories in seasoned spices, so the flavor's still there. But instead of ground beef, turkey, meat, right, chicken, I could use what? Jackfruit, right? I could use like Impossible meat, but that shit ain't even healthy for you, right? Beyond beef, all that shit, it's not healthy. Sometimes I use it, but not on a regular. I'm not eating that shit all the time. So then what? I could do vegetables, mushrooms, saute mushrooms with taco seasoning, fucking almost do like a calabacita, some beans, whether you like black beans, pinto beans, some corn, right? So you can do fresh vegetables, kick the fucking oil, and there's a healthy meal. I'm still eating fucking tacos, motherfuckers, but my shit is healthy. It gives me nutrition. It gives me nutrients and minerals and vitamins and energy to help me fucking grow into a more healthier, positive version of myself. But if I'm just still eating all the bullshit fucking food, tacos saturated in fucking grease and Earl and all this bullshit, how the fuck you gonna feel? But you're caught up in like, this is what it is, and I don't want to give that up. Well, at the end of the day, you got to figure out if you want to change, because no one's going to change another person. I do know that. As a grown-ass man, I know that all I can do is tell you guys, look, examine my life. I'll post as much shit as I can about me. I'm as transparent as I can be, but there's no fucking way I share 100% of the things I deal with on a day-to-day basis. No, that's impossible. Right? It's not impossible. I shouldn't use that word. That's a limiting belief. It's possible for me to share 100%, but there's no need for it. I'm trying to give you guys the highlight reel, right? Because I want to inspire people to realize that there's a fast track. This was trial and error. Life is trial and error. Ain't nobody got a perfect plan. But when you guys get hit with a message like mine that is showing you day after fucking day that there is some impossible things that are possible, right? And it starts with our fucking mindset, our frame of mind right here. What are your thoughts? Are they positive or negative? Law of attraction. If you're a negative motherfucker, you have to change your stories. You have to change your stories about money, right? How do you feel about paying taxes? If you're someone that's like, fuck, man, I hate paying taxes. I hate it. Where does that story come from? Where did you learn how to hate paying taxes? Is it watching too much news? Is it the way your parents were always stressed out financially, your upbringing, your household, always hearing fights about money, never having enough, always having scarcity? Of course, that's where it comes from. And it's like we don't even stop to think about who we are. We say, oh, my whole mission is to better my kids. The way you better your kids or the way you better anyone else's life is you got to better yourself. And that's where we start every fucking day, is how are you improving you, motherfuckers? Because that's the it's all on me mindset, is you got to improve who the fuck you are, who you show up as in any situation, right? It could be the worst fucking week of your life right now, but that don't mean you need to be the most down, depressed, fucking heartbroken you've ever been. You could be the complete opposite spectrum of that. You could be going through the most challenging week of your life, and you could still be doing it with an internal, not some fake fucking bullshit plastic smiles. I'm talking about an internal state of happiness and joy, right? And peace, true peace inside. And it starts with accepting yourself, knowing yourself, being truly grounded in yourself, that no matter what's going on around you, right, it doesn't change your internal feelings about yourself. And it takes a shit ton of work, man, to change from negative thinking, from fucking fixed mindset, right, to growth mindset, to unlimited possibilities, to truly changing your state of being, your frame of mind. But it's possible. And it does sound hard, especially if you know someone like, what if someone in your life passed away recently? You're supposed to be all fucking happy and giddy. No, it's not about being happy and giddy. But then again, what is the story about death, life and death that you've told yourself, right? A lot of you walk around with faith that heaven exists, and yet we grieve people that die because they're no longer here to celebrate and spend time with us, and we can't experience their warmth, their love in the physical. But if you have faith that there's just this greater fucking place beyond here, then you should be celebrating in a certain way. It sucks because you don't get to hang with that person anymore, right? But then a lot of it becomes, right? And this is something I've learned through therapy, in our minds as parents, this is not a healthy fucking approach, you guys, is when you look at your children as mine. Those are my kids. You're my son, my daughter. You're mine, like a fucking possession. You don't possess anything, right? And that's a hard pill to swallow. Legally, yes, we are responsible for our kids. But honestly, if the government, if the state deemed you being an irresponsible person, they're going to take them kids away from you, right? They're going to take them kids away from you. So they're not yours. You are tasked with being responsible for them. Society believes that you are trustworthy enough, hopefully, to, if you have a kid, which that takes having sex, doesn't mean that you're a responsible person. A lot of kids, unfortunately, in this day and age are a byproduct of irresponsible activities, not responsible adults saying, I want to make a choice to start a family. And that's another fucked up thing, because kids then wake up feeling like what? They're a burden, right? Any of your kids, any children you know in your life feel like they're a burden to you because you ain't got the time, you ain't got the attention, or you didn't have the true mindset, the right heart to really say, I'm ready to start a family. And a lot of us get caught like that. We just weren't ready. That wasn't necessarily my situation. I was married for 10 years before we started our family. But even then, we weren't truly like, whoa, okay. It was transformational. And it continues to be that because there's not a playbook to being a right fucking parent. And for me, the most rewarding part of being a parent has been how it redeems my childhood, right? Knowing that I didn't have a father growing up. I had a stepdad, but it wasn't the same. I had a good grandpa, still not the same, right? Even today, my phone ain't got dad. Dial me up. Happy Easter. Happy birthday. I haven't had a happy birthday from a dad really ever. Ever. I don't know. I don't recall that ever happening, right? Maybe it happened a couple of times when I was a little dude, but I can't tell you the last time I've ever had that situation. Merry Christmas, right? And so we all have different circumstances. And the way our circumstances are going to be the way we act and carry ourselves throughout all aspects of our life. And the most important piece to our life is relationships with other people, who you show up as. And it comes down to who you're showing up as is the stories that you've been told from the very beginning. That is why I keep telling you motherfuckers every single day, you need to spend time with yourself. Journaling, man. Like I've been like double, triple journaling and really writing down so many things going on right now. I'm listening to this new book, man, and I'll share it in a few weeks. I like to consume things before I really broadcast it out there, but it's transformational for me. This is a perfect book for this time because I'm still learning, I'm still growing, I'm still expanding as a human being, right? And I've been after this for fucking my whole life, but really 10 years. And then I can tell you that even just the last 2 years have felt fucking steep incline of growth. Steep, fucking like almost the peak, man. It's been crazy. It's been challenging, but it's also been worth it. And it's been rewarding. And I just want you to know you're worth it today. Right? I get it that you got responsibilities. I get it that you're overwhelmed and you think that all this other shit is so much more important than you and your mental health and your health and wellness and your nutrition, but it's not. It's like it's important to you and hopefully it's a priority, but you got to be your own fucking priority every single day. To start the day and to end the day, you got to be your priority. You, your mental health, how you feel, because the way you feel about yourself, everyone's going to feel that around you. If you're a positive person, if you're feeling loving, kind, generous, enthusiastic, right? Positive, like, people are going to be like, fuck, man, this person's on fire. This is really cool, man. I want to get to know you more. You might even make some new friends by switching up just your energy. You might actually meet people that you like and you enjoy being around instead of these other people that we're holding on to and we're holding on to and we're holding on to. And if we let go or if we slip the grip, poof, they're fucking gone, man. They're gone. They're gone. But you're holding on to them, right? You're holding on because you think that's all you got. And it's not. It's not. You're not alone without people. Right? But time alone is so valuable for us to learn more about who we are, what matters most to us, because so many people, mark my words, so many of you that are listening to this, that are anonymous, that are hiding, that are not responding with action to transform your life, man, some of you are going to get to 20, 30 years down the road on your deathbed and you're going to have a lot of fucking regret. And that's the reason why I keep getting back on here, is because I want to change some of your minds to turn into actions and a new behavior and a new feeling so that you can actually go and conquer some shit. You can actually overcome some fears. You can change your situation and your circumstances. And it starts with just storytelling. What stories are you telling yourself? And what stories do you want to change? about what you've been told, what you've been taught by the people that you trusted to take care of you and to show you the fucking way. A lot of us got misled by our caretakers. A lot of us got misled. False beliefs, limiting beliefs, insecurities, it all got talked over us. And at the end of the day, we got to cleanse ourselves of that. And we have to start new, truly understanding what do all these things mean to me in my life, because you would be surprised at how big of an impact someone else's beliefs that have been ingrained in you is impacting your life in a negative way. Gotta let that shit go, motherfuckers. Let's stay after it. Another week, hit the gym, get some exercise, get outdoors. Just quit making them fucking excuses. That's the biggest thing. Stop. Stop with the excuses. Don't got time. Don't got money. Don't have any luck. Don't have this. Don't have that. Bullshit. Make the shit happen. Make it happen, motherfuckers. Because remember, results kill excuses. It's all on me. Greg's out.